I have Trinity from User Gems here. Trinity, what does a people first go to market strategy mean to you?
I really want to say that line that you say. What people? People suck. Sorry, I'm gonna make it harder for you to edit. No, I think it's kind of cliche, but people do buy from people, right? So it's not, even though we're in B2B, and sometimes we've been in this kind of mindset of like I'm selling to my product solution to a company, but actually at the end of the day, it's someone behind that DocuSign, that sign, and trust you that you're gonna help them succeed. So at the end of the day, I think like B2B now, I think more and more companies are doing it better to humanize the brand. Like actually, when you say the name, like say Airmeet or Gong or Sales Love Outreach, you kind of can hear the voice of that brand like a human. So I think we're trying to do that better too from our ends, from the marketing side, to give UserGem kind of like a human voice. And how the product helps is like UserGems actually helps this people first go to market, because what we do is we track all the relationships that you have. So your previous customer, previous prospects, when they change to a new company, that's relationship. That's the relationship I have with that buyer. So just because they move to another company, that doesn't mean that it's over. Like just you and I, we're friends. If you move to another company, it doesn't mean that like Nick, we're not friends anymore because you're no longer at Airmeet, you know? So treat it the same way with your key contacts. Champion.
I have Natalie from Nevada here. Natalie, what does a people first go to market strategy mean to you?
For us at Nevadic, I think we think about this a lot as education over like spray and pray. So rather than just thinking of people as emails or leads or lists, like just think of them as fellow marketers. I mean, we sell to marketers, so it makes it easy, but think about them as people, get to know them, talk to your customers, and then put out content and marketing that helps them versus just ads that are trying to sell them. So that's the main way.
I have Mike from Agora Pulse here. Mike, what does a people first go to market strategy mean to you?
Oh man, so for me, it's all about working with real influencers in the industry who already have built that trust, that connection with their audience. So I'm working with them to create events, using Airmeet, for instance, or I'm also working with them to simply establish a relationship between our brand and them. So when they're in their communities, when they're in Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, and so on, and their audience is asking, hey, what should we use for social media management? My friends, my influencers, our ambassadors, they're piling on and saying, you gotta use Agora Pulse, you gotta check them out. So it's that great word of mouth, that authenticity that comes through because they're talking from the heart.
I have Corey from Sendoso here. Corey, what does a people first go to market strategy mean to you?
That's a good question. The way that we look at it is how do we share and broaden the voice of our employees? And part of that is a lot of our employees are out there building not only their own brand, but the brand of Sendoso. And what we use is we use a solution called Gaggle AMP. And what Gaggle AMP does is it allows us to say, Corey just did a podcast. That podcast will get loaded up into Gaggle. And then our employees have a chance to gamify by sharing it and getting points in the leaderboard so they can get that information in front of thousands and thousands of people. So not only my followers, but everybody else's followers. So it allows us to humanize the actual individual and also celebrate the work that they're doing and the successes that they're creating.
All right, we got Tim from Directive here. Tim, what does a people first go to market strategy mean to you?
People first. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're selling people, right? So it's how do you humanize the brand, and people connect with people, and that's why in-person events are so great. The way I've actually done it, had a lot of success with, is actually showing our AEs in our advertising. You know, we're trying to advertise them to the people we want to talk to anyway. So why don't we show who they're actually going to be meeting with? Our AEs, telling them about, you know, what they're going to talk about, showing them on video. We also do that in our marketing. So our team behind the marketing, we try to show them off, and the good and the bad. Like myself, I try to be the face out on LinkedIn and just try to say, you know, Directive is a actual human. There's humans behind it. We're a services company, so it actually makes more sense. So at the end of the day, is how do you humanize your brand? You're selling to people rather than businesses, and people connect with people. Hey, people connect.